Okay, so facilitate the counselling relationship and process, apply specialist interpersonal and counselling interview skills, assessment 1.2, Josephine, number 2. Good afternoon, Josephine. Now, part of what you can expect from counselling is not only respect, compassion and support, but you should also expect to receive help, with goal setting and goal reaching. These goals, of course, can be negotiated in early stages, for which we're currently in at the moment, and they can also be reassessed later down the track. So just be mindful that these goals are not concrete goals.
Okay, thanks. I love how you remind me nothing is concrete in our sessions.
Okay, great. Now, it's my main priority, after your well-being, of course, is to help you establish your own identity and to encourage you to accept yourself for who you are.
Okay, so I'm going to work on my self-esteem and stuff.
Yeah, so we're going to find some tools to encourage you to have a strong sense of self-worth.
Okay, like affirmations and stuff, and to help me become less materialistic in regards to trying to prove who I am to the outside world.
Okay, precisely. I'm a strong believer that people become much more comfortable in their lives when they stop focusing on passing and realising that passing convincingly, is no guarantee for qualifying as a man or woman.
Okay, so you're saying that even after I have a gender reassignment, all of my problems aren't just going to disappear?
Yeah, because, you see, we're still faced with the outside world, and some people stereotype men and women and assume, they do not pass or convince.
Okay, so you're going to give me some tools to help me feel more at ease with myself, because I still may have to deal with endless confrontations about why I'm not generally male or female.
Yes, and the issue is not predominantly, one of being male or female or neither, but it's, being considered and respected as whatever one experiences oneself to be.
Okay, well, what's our plan then?
Well, I'd like to bring up something that you mentioned earlier about the harassment that you were facing, which you've also mentioned you've been dealing with this in the bathroom as well.
Yeah, that's right. It's a huge part as to why I want the transformation to happen. Like, when the harassment happens, as you mentioned and put it perfectly, don't pass people see that I'm a girl. They yell the words butch out and a whole pile of other things. It's just not, it's not nice. It's not right.
It's not nice to have to feel as though you can't express yourself, to the world of who you really are without getting harassed. I just want to ask you something though. Have you mentioned the bullying to your teachers, Josephine?
Yeah, but they didn't do anything. I have been a few times. I even went to the maintenance department 2 weeks ago and grabbed a paintbrush to wipe the stuff off the walls in the bathroom. And when I told the teacher there was gravity written about me, more specifically written about how I love Sarah and how Sarah thinks I'm a freak, the teacher pretty much ignored me and told me to go sit down as assembly was about to start.
Would it help if I became your advocate and spoke to the school principals about this?
I'm not sure. I don't think so. It could help though.
Okay, well, you have a think about it, and I'm more than happy to discuss it with them. It is your decision in the end, and I will ensure something is done about this harassment if you want me to. Mary, you mentioned Sarah is open to expressing her feelings towards Rob to everyone else, but isn't open to expressing the feelings that she has for you to everyone else. Why do you think this?
Well, I assume it's because she's not comfortable with her sexuality. It's really frustrating, and the fact that she's in denial makes me question myself.
Okay, would you appreciate being around other people, that are comfortable within themselves? It's important that you're able to feel confident within your own skin, and to be able to express yourself, express yourself for who you are. I think we'll make this one of your long-term goals. I'm going to write that down on our counselling plan. How does that sound? We can work. You can work with me to create this. Obviously, it's important that we work together to make this plan and create realistic goals that I'll delve into in a little bit. Now, it asks here overlying issues, or as I prefer to say, some general concerns you've faced lately. Can you think of any?
Yeah, that sounds good. That makes it easier for me to understand. Plan, yep. I guess you want Sarah to be involved because I have feelings towards her. And I guess because I've talked about her a lot, and because our last sleepover we have stopped being friends, which I guess that's why I'm being bullied. It's making me question my identity, and it's not healthy, I guess. You should pop down the reason why I'm here.
Okay, so I'll write your age, the reason why you're here, and I'll also make a note of what has happened between you and Sarah, if that's okay. And how that's made you question yourself. Okay. So here, a long-term goal, and because you're questioning yourself, I think it's suitable to write being, confident down as a goal. I'm kind of, you're subliminally kind of telling me these goals, and I'm kind of grabbing them from you. So what do you think would enable you to have some more self-confidence?
I don't know.
Okay. If you were talking to Sarah, what do you think could help with Sarah to have more self-confidence?
Well, for sure it would be for her not to feel alone and to be confident in her own skin. This would make life a lot easier, definitely.
Okay. So do you think this would help you or anyone in your position?
Yeah. More support and to be surrounded by more like-minded people to create flow. Make walking down the street more peaceful and normal, yeah.
Okay, well, I think we've just discovered a short-term goal, and that is finding a support network with like-minded people, to allow day-to-day activities, to occur more easier.
Okay, I can see where we're going here.
Okay, good. So now we can see here that self-confidence is definitely achievable, and it's also realistic because you understand that you're not alone.
Yeah, absolutely. I always feel a lot better about myself after reading a story, like of a successful gender change in the paper, or like before when you explain the government's laws, and about individuals being able to identify themselves as female, male, or neither, regardless of the way they were born.
Yeah, great. So do you feel as though you need that reassurance throughout life? That's why we surround ourselves with other humans. That's why people live in cities, etc., etc.
Okay, so we could say that I can do this by attending the Wednesday music night that you mentioned before at the Freedom Centre.
Yep, that's a good idea. I'll write that down. Now, what is another goal that you'd like to achieve to help with feeling comfortable in your own body?
Well, I wish I could have a blocker in my ears that didn't allow mean words to be thrown at me. Like when a car drives past and they yell out those things. I mean, that really hurts my feelings.
Okay, well, we haven't developed an in-ear blocker just yet, but there is a tool that I believe works called a thought stopping. Have you heard of it?
No, I haven't. What is it? How does it work?
Okay, well, to put it simple, when you hear these things said about you, you can imagine that there is a voice blocker which says, stop, you cannot enter my mind, to all these nasty words. And once you get to a private place or perhaps home, you go and stand in the mirror and you say out loud, I'm just going to use the example that you use. You say, stop, I'm not lesbian. Okay, and by saying this out loud, it really helps. And once you identify this as a negative comment that someone else has made, you can enable your mind to stop the comments entering and coming alive in your mind, so to speak.
Okay, that's a good idea. I can do these in a positive way too, can't I?
Absolutely, you can. Positive affirmations are very effective. Did you want to write this down just as I did before?
Okay, yeah, thanks. So I'm going to write that part of reaching my long-term goal of self-confidence, which will enable better flow to my day-to-day activities. I'll practice stopping negative comments made by others entering my mind by using the thought stopping technique, and also by using those positive affirmations in the mirror.
Okay, great. Good job. Can you think of anything else that could help with your confidence?
Well, I always kind of wanted to play basketball.
Okay, well that's perfect. I know on Sundays the Freedom Centre holds basketball circuits. Would you be interested in that?
Yeah, absolutely. That sounds like a great idea.
Okay, great. Did you want to write that down as a short-term goal to help with your long-term goal of being comfortable and confident in your own skin?
Okay, done and done.
Okay, so now we've established this measurable goal, we can figure out how to get them into action. Can you think of anything?
Well, I would have to ensure I continue to use positive self-talk, I guess, to keep building on my confidence.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to need to promise and make sure that I show up on Wednesday night.
Yeah.
And Sunday, I guess, for the basketball games. So I'll have to ask Mum or Dad to drop me off. And that'll help make sure that I show up.
Okay, good job. There's some great strategies.
It says here referral. Should I write down the referral you gave me for the psych?
Yep, that's perfect. So now today we've discussed some mini goals that can be applied to help reach your main goal. Is there anything you wanted to clarify or ask before we finished off today?
Well, it's been a great session because you explained the roles and reasons behind today and future sessions, and you helped clarify what my rights and responsibilities are, and I guess you've helped me gain a better understanding of what this whole process means for me. It's been very informative. Thanks, Nat.
Okay, great. Now I can see you next Monday if you wish, the same time if that works for you. And I want you to think about whether or not you'd like me to talk to your teachers at school. I think it's important that we have them on board.
Yeah, I'll have to have a think about that. Next week, can we look at some case studies, if you have any, on positive outcomes of gender reassignment?
Okay, yep, we can delve into some studies if you like. It's important I support you through the process of self-identification and exploration. And if you think by looking at some case study examples will help, then absolutely we can look at some of them. Thanks, Josephine.